Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. You know what it is. This is another episode of that Victory Talk podcast. We not on time, but we not as late as usual. So that's a win. You know what I'm saying? It's about getting better every day. It's about improving every day. And we improved on not being as late as we normally are. Let's start the show. Yeah. You know what it is? It's another episode of that Victory Talk podcast. I am your host, Big Brandon Carter. This is episode. What episode is this, Nima?
This is 244.
244. All right. And we've been doing this shit for a long time. You know the vibes, all right? I am your host, Big Brandon Carter, King Keto, Gymnasium Jesus, the King of Ketosis, Jesus de Gimnasio, the Southside Savior. All right. And I'm not alone. I'm here with the best YouTube producer, podcast producer, full stack video guy, the beast from the Middle East, the attack from Iraq. No, Iran. The man from Iran. I get too confused sometimes. Nemo, what up?
Let's go.
Video guy.
Super pumped. Let's go.
You know what it is, man. He's straight out of Iran. You know what I'm saying? You ever seen Aladdin? Shit was a motherfucking documentary. All right, you know what I'm saying? Is that like the national movie?
It is.
Yeah, Aladdin. I know. You ain't gotta tell me. All right. And it's not just Nima and I, you know what I'm saying? We got even more diversification up in this bitch. We got a woman working on this podcast. I know some of y'all know me from Fresh Fit. Y'all might be disappointed in that, but we got my girlfriend, Zenobia, Queen Plantain. You know what I'm saying? She doing the motherfucking chats. She kicking out the motherfucking haters. Motherfuckers talk shit, they getting kicked the fuck out. All right, that's her job. You know what I'm saying? And she gonna be reading the super chats. Any super chats y'all have, she gonna be reading them. It's your chance to get your words read by big booty Latina. You know what I'm saying? Most of them, y'all used to them ignoring you. Yeah, you used to ignore, but this time they'll read what you say, man. We just only cost you a few bucks. You know what I'm saying? You know the vibes. Man, we got a lot we want to cover today. I think we got a good show, man. You're gonna learn something. This is the only podcast where we teach you how to build your money, muscle, and your mindset. All right. Before we get into the teaching today, man, we got a few sponsors. Yeah. The first sponsor is me. I got a free ebook called The 10 Commandments of Online Training. It'll show you exactly how to grow your online training business. That's how I made my first million. All right. Made my first million doing online training. And I've helped a few people become millionaires from online training. And so a lot of them, some of them y'all know, man. Some of y'all know. Some of them are your favorite influencers, fitness motherfuckers, And I'm gonna help you too for free. The link is in the description. The 10 commandments of online training. Make sure you download that, man. Don't play yourself. All right. Also, hey man, I do a little bit of online training still. You know what I'm saying? I'm still in the game. Man. Stop helping motherfuckers stop being fat. Helping motherfuckers put on some muscle. You know what I'm saying? Helping motherfuckers get bitches by getting in shape. So if you want me to train you one-on-one, help you build your help you build your body, pause. No Diddy. I've been working on men's bodies for years. No Diddy. If you want me to train you one-on-one, pause. There's an application to sign up for online training with me. You fill out the application. You're going to immediately get a text message after you fill out the application. If you do not respond to that first text message, I fucking promise you, I will ignore you. I will ignore the shit out of you. You know what I'm saying? You got to respond to that first message. All right. If you fucking serious about getting in shape, because motherfuckers get fat around the holidays. The holidays are coming. Motherfuckers get fat. The average American gains like between 10 and 15 pounds during the holidays. Y'all don't have Thanksgiving where you from, Nima?
No, we don't.
Nah, y'all don't have Thanksgiving, But in America, we got this shit called Thanksgiving. This is when we celebrate, you know what I'm saying? I don't remember, they taught me in school, but it's something to do with killing Indians. And and they have a feast for it, And I know that might have been offensive to like the 3 or 4 fucking Indians left. You ever met a Native American? No, nobody has. Right? Motherfuckers who had us as slaves, they did a good job killing them up. They were effective. Anyway, motherfuckers get fat around Thanksgiving. All right. And then Christmas comes. I know y'all don't have Christmas in Iran. You fucking get stoned for having a Christmas, right? Lashes. Get the rocks. Ishmael, get the rock. Jafar, get the rocks. This motherfucker trying to celebrate Christmas. Not on my watch. But America, we do fucks with Christmas super heavy, and people get fat on the Christmas shit, So you want to make sure you're getting in shape before then, man, so you don't get fat. And then if you have a coach helping you through that, man, guiding you through the way, I think things will work out better for you. All right. We got one more sponsor on cover. Now, this is a product that Nima and I have been working on for a long time. It's good to see Christians and Muslims come together. You know what I'm saying? For a good purpose. Yeah, for a good reason, for the greater good of humanity. We're trying to bridge the gap, Our religion has been at war for way too long. I think we can bring about peace, Nima, you and I. So Nima and I went on a crusade to put together this product called Thought Repellent. Thought Repellent is the easy to apply spray to keep the hose away, right? So, because here's the thing. Here's the problem I noticed is once you get in amazing shape, the way we teach you how on the Victory Talk podcast, once you get your motherfucking money right, you got those two things together. It's like you're not the guy asking, "How do I rizz up bitches? How do I get hoes?" It's like, nah, man. Hoes gonna be coming at you. What do you think they want? You think about it. Imagine the girl. Imagine your dream girl. She's fingering herself to a motherfucker who's in great shape and got a lot of money, man. I'm telling you. I promise you that. Ain't nobody fingering themselves to homeless fat boys. Shit ain't never happened in the history of Earth. I ain't never read 50 Shades of Grey. but I know it was about a billionaire that seemed to be in good shape. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason they picked a motherfucking billionaire to be the fucking main nigga in that story, right? Because that's what the bitches want, man. Bitches was reading that shit, you know. She liked him so much she let him beat her ass, beat the shit out of her. From what I hear, it was consensual. Like, you do that shit now, being fat and poor, man. That's a case. According to 50 Shades of Grey. That shit is that's a fantasy. If you the right nigga, you going to jail if you a regular nigga. That's what I learned. Don't be a regular. So once you're not a regular nigga, every girl's gonna be you're gonna be every girl's fantasy, man. And that's when you're gonna need thought repellent. All right. So thought repellent, because not every girl's a good girl. Yeah. Some girls got nefarious intentions. You know what I'm saying? Neem, I had to teach Neem about this, right? Because all the girls wore motherfucking. He ain't never seen nothing but a girl's eyes until he moved here, you know. I assume. I don't know how it works. And that's cool. That's cool. Hey, man, I love Muslims. Like, I got one right in front of me. He's in charge. I put him in charge. He's my boss. I pay him to tell me what to do. I just want all the Muslims to know, man. I don't want that taken out of context. I fucks with y'all heavy. Anyway, we had this is the genetically engineered to only repel hoes, sluts, skanks, skeezers, Jezebels, and scallywags. But good women, it won't be affected at all. They'll just be like, damn, you smell fantastic, right? So the thing is, we're about 2 weeks away from having this out, having this ready to distribute to the public. And we need your help, man, because we were crowdfunding this. I didn't want to go on motherfucking Shark Tank. I got to deal with Mark Cuban's fat ass and all them other niggas, you know what I'm saying? I was like, I want it to go to the people, man. We crowdfunded. So all your super chats go towards development of thought repellent. We're going to get this out to the public. And if we don't get it out to the public, hopefully we have it out by Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Like we're thinking, I'm sorry. We're thinking Halloween. I think we'll have this out Halloween. All right. Well, seriously, we'll have it out by Halloween. Right? Because it gets real spooky out here. It gets real spooky, man. You can't tell the hoes from the regular chicks because they all dress like hoes on Halloween. Thought repellent's gonna keep you safe, man. We're gonna make sure you have that, all right? We got a lot of ground we want to cover today. And before I get into one of them, what type your age in the chat? I want to know the average age of you motherfuckers, because I'm 43. Damn. Just saying this, like, damn, man, this nigga old, man. But I want to know the average age, because what I want to kind of cater today's talk to you motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Type your average age. All right. Just throw them on the screen for me as they come in. You know what I'm saying? Pause. Okay, 29, 27, 18. Oh, some children up in here. You know what I'm saying? All right. 30s, 37. What's up, old timer? Using the NBA, you be about to retire. All right. All right. Yeah. We out here, man. All right. We got so motherfuckers are in there, mostly in their 20s. All right, so this is gonna work out well. It's gonna work out for 35. I think you a unk, homie. You an uncle. I don't know if I'm an uncle or OG. OG unk. All right. Well, I got some shit I want to talk about that's gonna help you young motherfuckers in your life. Let's get into it. I'm 43 years old and I became a millionaire at age 32. And if I had to start all over from age 18, completely broke, and I had to become a millionaire by the age of 30, this is exactly what I would do. I'm going to break the whole shit down for you. All right. And here's the thing. I would have got rich faster if I was doing it now, because the internet is way more sophisticated than it was when I was first embarking on this journey. My first website, I had to code that shit with HTML. You motherfuckers don't know nothing about that. We ain't had, Instagram, it just came out. Some motherfuckers was on MySpace. No, MySpace was still out. I think Instagram was about to come out. We ain't had no TikTok. Y'all got way more shit than we ain't had. No Shopify, no ClickFunnels, none of that shit. So it should be a lot easier for you guys to do it because the internet is more sophisticated. Now, if you start watching this video and at any point you think, man, I can never do that, then maybe being a millionaire is not for you. And that's okay. I'm sure you have redeeming qualities outside of your work ethic and mental fortitude, right? Somebody got to mop the floors and shit, drive the Ubers, and make my motherfucking double espresso at Starbucks, right? And I'm gonna give you a fake name because I don't want you to know who I am. I'm gonna tell you my name is Dorillis. You gonna spell that shit with an apostrophe. All right, spell my shit right. All right. But if you are one of the few people with enough gumption to attack this goal with ferocity, then, and if you're willing to sacrifice and work hard and put in the work, then this video is exactly for you. Again, none of this is going to be some get rich quick scheme shit. All right. If you want a get rich quick scheme, there's tons of other videos of people promising you that shit. If you find a get rich quick scheme that works, come back and let me know, because I've been looking for one for 43 years. Yeah, since day one. I came out the womb looking for a get rich quick scheme, wasn't able to find one. In my experience, everybody I know who's made millions had to do it with a lot of hard work. And if you're willing to put in that hard work, this video will march you down that path. All right. So let's say I was 18. Well, when I was 18, I was in college, Howard University School of Business. And a lot of you guys may be 18 now and you think, should I go to college? There's pros and cons to going to college, right? I'm gonna put it like this. Everything I'm gonna tell you can be done while you're in college. All right. Or you might want to just not go to college and do your own thing. This is what I'm gonna say. If you are Black, okay, I used to tell people, hey man, if you don't want to go to college, that's cool. If you do, it's cool. And I'm a proponent of college, but I've changed my stance. If you are Black, go to college, nigga. Go to college. If you're white, do whatever you want. Do whatever you want, man. This country was literally made for you. If you can't make it here, motherfucker, you can't make it anywhere. All right. Straight up. If you're Black, go to college. And the reason I say that is because 80% of self-made millionaires are college graduates, right? You just want to put the odds in your favor. And if you're Black, the odds are not in your favor off the rip. You know what I'm saying? And also the average college graduate makes twice as much as the average person with just a high school degree, according to the Bureau of Labor and Statistics. Right. So we just want to put the odds in your favor. Also, everybody I know who says, man, how do I meet like-minded people? My friends, blah, blah, blah. Like, oh, motherfucker, you didn't go to college. So that's where you think the young people who are like serious about success, where you think they go? Yeah, man, to college. They don't stay at their fucking mommy's house like, yo, dumbass, you know? Or also, when I meet a motherfucker in their late 20s or 30s who's like super broke, like really, really broke, 100% of them didn't go to college. Because what it does is it raises the floor, right? You can only fall so far with a college degree. All right. So if you're black or Latino, man, I say go to college. Go to college. If you're white, do whatever you want, man. You're gonna be fine. Don't even trip. You'll figure it out. Now, some people may be thinking, man, but what about all that debt? What about all that debt? Shut the fuck up, man. You don't have to go to expensive college. All right. You can go to a state school. The average in-state tuition is $10,000 nationwide. $10,000. You can make that shit working at Foot Locker, Starbucks, motherfucker driving Uber when you're not at school. You know, you don't have to go into debt. You just don't go through expensive school, dumbass. Or listen, man, a lot of states have programs where you can go to college for free. Like here in Florida, if you have a 3.5 GPA in high school, a fucking B+ average, it's fucking nothing, you know? A B+ average in Florida, you can go to any state school for free. It's paid for by the lottery. Yeah. It's called the Hope Scholarship. It's fucking free. It might be called the Bright Future Scholarship. One of those, right? And in Georgia, if you got a 3.0, you can go to any state school in Georgia for free. Fucking Georgia State, Kennesaw State, Georgia Tech, all for free. You just need a 3.0. That's a B average. They giving that shit to dummies. Fucking anybody can get that shit. And it's free, like free. A lot of states have programs like that. Right? So when motherfuckers talk about, oh man, I took on all this college debt, blah, blah, blah. It's like, you fucking dumbass. No one told you to do that shit. Go to a state school. It's fucking cheap. And if you live in one of these states, you can get fucking scholarships for free. Shit is paid for by the lottery. All right. And also, I hear some motherfuckers say, man, I went to college and I ain't even learned nothing. Like, you fucking dumbass. That's not a flex. Yo, dumbass, pick the college, pick the major, and pick the classes. If you didn't learn anything, your fault, dipshit. You could have changed your fucking classes. You could have changed your major. You could have changed schools. Like, that is a admission of stupidity. Straight up. And just 80%, just listen to me, pay attention. 80% of self-made millionaires went to college. Now, you don't have to go to college. I'm just talking about putting the odds in your favor. If you don't want to go, or you got some reason where you don't go, or you can't go, or if you're watching this and it's too fucking late, that's cool, man. You can do all the shit, all the examples I'm gonna give you, whether you went to college or not. All right. All right. I see some super chats, so we're gonna get to all of them, pretty soon. All right. So we might cut the college shit out this video. All right. I don't know yet. All right. So the first thing you need to do, if you want to get rich, it's very difficult to get rich with a job. You can do it, but if I wanted to do it as fast as possible, the first thing I would do is probably start a business. All right. And the business I would start would be some sort of service-based business, right? Because a service-based business has low startup costs and low overhead, right? If you start a business where you want to make apparel and you need a lot of fucking, there's going to be cost of goods and a bunch of like costs associated with the production of the apparel or some sort of physical product. There's going to be a lot of costs associated with it, right? But if you have a service-based business, it's typically going to start as you doing some shit for someone, right? And what that's going to be, and because you're basically doing labor, what's going to happen is the startup costs will be a lot lower, right? My first business was My first business where I made my first million was an online training. I was one of the first people to do online training back in like 2010. Like nobody was doing it before that. And I was in that first class of people where we had to kind of invent it, you know, but it was a service-based business, almost zero startup costs and almost zero overhead. And another thing is, you know, they say 80% of businesses fail, right? But why does a business fail? A business fails because they run out of money and they can't sustain it, right? But because you have a service-based business, you don't need a physical location, right? You don't have cost of goods. The overhead is super low, right? Initially you won't have any employees to pay except for yourself. So how could you go out of business if there's no cost? If it's low overhead, it's very difficult to go out of business. You can not make money and still stay in business, right? So it's harder to fail, if that makes sense. All right. So some sort of service-based business. For me, it was online training. For you, but you can pick anything. You can do video editing. You can do video production. You can do AI automation, like providing AI automations for different businesses, right? There's tons of different ones you can do. I have a whole nother video on different side hustles that you could start, right? But this is why we pick service-based businesses, right? Low overhead, low startup costs. Now, once you have that business, once you have the idea of what you want to do, you probably need to get good at it. You probably need some shit you need to learn, right? Luckily, there's tons of YouTube videos, courses, books on how to start a business, or not how to start a business, on any topic that you want to learn, right? You can join somebody's mentorship. You can buy a course. You can read a bunch of books. You can just, if you're super broke, you can just watch fucking hours and hours of YouTube videos, take notes, all this shit, and you can learn anything. So I would spend as much time as possible learning whatever skill I need in order to perform this service for people, right? And here's how you should judge how good you are at this thing, right? So I'm gonna bring up something called hold on, let me bring something up. 1 second. What I call that shit? The fucking yeah. So I'm gonna bring up something called the skill acquisition matrix. This is how you can get good at anything relatively fast, right? So there's something called the 10,000 hour rule, meaning if you want to be world class at something, you have to get 10,000 hours of practice, right? But you don't typically need to be world class at something, right? The 10,000 hour rule is kind of based off Malcolm Gladwell's work in his book Outliers. Okay. But there's tons of other books that mention the 10,000 hour rule as well, such as a book called The Talent Code, another book called Talent is Overrated, right? But what I've noticed is you probably don't need 10,000 hours for anything. So I think it goes like this. After 100 hours, you're not bad. Like you don't suck. I mean, you don't suck, but you're not like amazing. Like bitches ain't throwing panties at you after 100 hours of this shit, right? But you're not bad. Any of you ever played an instrument, you know that if you practice, when you pick up a new instrument, if you practice every day for like 3 months, which is like 90 days, right? For 3 months, you'll be like not bad. Not great, but not bad. 1,000 hours, that's when you're fucking good. Oh, this motherfucker's good. 1,000 hours, this person's like good. Anybody sees you do it, it's like, oh, he's good at what he does, right? 2,000 hours, you're really good. That's when it's like, oh shit. People will start to get kind of amazed. 5,000 hours, you are amazing. Like amazing. 10,000 hours, obviously one of the best in the world. 20,000 hours, that's where you get to one of the best ever. Like this motherfucker is one of the best ever. All right. So now it's just math. Right? So if you practice or study or whatever your skill for 1 hour a day, right? Boom. After 3 months, you'll be not bad. Oh, okay. City. I'm rounding to some of these numbers. So any of you math nerds, like, don't be fucking fact checking my shit. Like these are, I'm rounding, right? 2 hours a day, you get good in a month, and little under 2 months. 3 hours a day, you get good in a month. 4 hours a day, you get good in 25 days. Now, 1 hour a day, you get to 1,000 hours, which is good. You get there in 2.7 years. Right? It just goes on and on. It takes time. You can screenshot this shit, boom. Take a screenshot of this skill acquisition matrix. I talked about it before. What we really want to focus on initially is getting past the not bad, right? This is when you're not bad, you're not amazing, but you're good enough to start. You're good enough to be dangerous. You want to get to 100 hours of practice or studying as soon as possible. Literally as soon as possible. Because the thing is, the people you're going to be helping, they probably don't know how to do this shit at all. Right? So you'll look really good to them initially. Now, when I first started online training, I'm gonna be honest with you, I had well over 1,000 hours of training when I first started, right? Because I had been a trainer since I was fucking 17. I had been a personal trainer 16, 17. So I had like a lot of hours of practice, but I still had to learn other shit. I had to learn other skills like online marketing, and I had to learn how to build funnels, and I had to learn how to build landing pages and learn copywriting and email marketing. I had to learn a bunch of different skills, but it was like, I just looked at the skill acquisition matrix. All right, man. And I would track all these skills I was trying to learn. I would track how many hours I spent on them. Right. And the beauty of this is, because this can look discouraging, but I find it encouraging, because if you're tracking the hours you spend acquiring a skill, then when you get to that point where you feel like you're frustrated, and you're going to get there, you're going to, I don't know if I can do this. I'm fail, right? Everyone goes through that, right? All you have to do is look at how many hours you spent on it. And then you'll notice, oh shit, I'm not even supposed to be good right now. I only been doing this shit for 20 hours. I only got 20 hours of practice. I'm not fucking supposed to be good yet. You get what I'm saying? Right. So that will cause you to not get as discouraged. Anyway, your first goal is to get 100 hours, but you're going to keep practicing, and you're going to keep doing the thing for years, potentially, and once you're doing it full time, then you'll have more than 4 hours a day. Then you'll start moving fast, right? Anyway, 10,000 hours. I mean, you need to get 100 hours of practice, study. Then once you had that 100 hours of practice and or studying, here's what you do. It's a step 3. Okay, so step 1 was decide what service business you want to. What service business you want to. You decide what service business that you want to start. Step 2, get at least 100 hours of practice or study. Step 3 is what we're going to do is you're going to help somebody for free. You're going to help some people for free. So this is when I teach people to grow their online fitness businesses, a lot of people, when they don't have testimonials, or when they're brand new, maybe they don't have a lot of experience. First thing I do is say, I tell them to do this. And this is what I did as well. First, you train some people for free, right? You want to get it you help some people accomplish their goal for free. I have the people with online training. Hey man, you find some people that you're going to train for free for like a month, right? You might have to find a business if you're doing some copywriting or email automation or something like that, and help them for free for a month. But you're going to treat them as if they're paying clients. This is going to do 2 things. One is going to give you some more practice, right? Which you probably need, right? But more importantly, if you can get them results within a month, now you have testimonials. So you're going to help them for a month in exchange for testimonials. So if you're doing something like buying ads, if you want to do Facebook ads for someone, find a few local businesses, say, hey, I'll run your ads for free for a month. All I want is testimonials because I'm starting my business, right? And you might have to go to a lot of people to sell them on that. But somebody will take you up on it, right? Especially if it doesn't cost them nothing, And then you're going to get results for them in 1 month. So for personal trainers, what I tell them to do is get the fattest people you can find. The fucking fattest people. And the reason you want to get the fattest motherfuckers available is because the fatter you are, the faster you lose weight. Right? As your body fat percentage starts to go down, it becomes more difficult to lose fat because your body wants to retain a certain amount of body fat. Right? I digress. Find people you can get results for in a month in exchange for testimonials. Right? So if you're fucking a video editor, tell some influencers, man, I'll do shorts for you for a month. YouTube shorts, Instagram reels, TikToks for a month. Right? And then what you do is then you get the results from them, right? And then what you're going to do now, step 4, now you're going to start marketing those results to paid customers, to potential paid customers, right? That's what I would do. In the acquisition channels you're going to use are obviously social media, right? Because it's free. And if I were you, a lot of you guys probably need to start running ads. Start running ads for your product or service, right? Or maybe you get your first clients off social media. And then once you get some money coming in, then you can start running ads. Now that's a whole nother skill. Excuse me. Now that's a whole nother skill set, right? And it's going to be difficult for me to go into how to run ads because every business is going to be different. But after you have those testimonials, maybe use social media, get your first few clients. You might have to do outreach, like outreach to people every day, DM people every day, right? Do whatever you got to do to get your first clients from social media. And then you start running ads to scale. And that's exactly how I made my first $1 million, man. I kept doing it. I kept going. And then what happened was the next step is once you start to scale, start running ads, you start getting clients. Now you want to start replacing yourself, right? Because when you're first running your business, you got to do everything, right? You got to do the fulfillment of the product or service, right? You're doing a service-based business. So you got to have the fulfillment of the service. You got to do the marketing. You got to do the sales. You got to do the customer management. You got to wear all the hats. That's why business is so hard. That's why starting is so difficult. So it's very rare you see somebody get to $1 million with a one-person business. So what you want to do is you want to start breaking off the parts of your businesses and hiring people to do it, right? So it's going to be different depending on what business you have, right? But let's say you're an online trainer, right? The first thing you might do is hire a video editor, right? That was my first hire was a video editor because that took up the most time. I hired a video editor to do my YouTube and Instagram. We didn't really have Instagram videos at the time, right? But that was the first thing. Then I hired someone to do the websites. No, that was like the last thing. I was still doing the websites. Yeah, but anyway, for example, you could hire someone to do your copywriting. You can hire somebody to post on your social media, right? And as you keep scaling, you keep replacing yourself, but you can do more. You don't work less, motherfucking, right? You do more of the things that make you money. So for example, when I hired the video editor, I bought back hours of my day, like multiple hours per day. So I started working even harder at getting clients and training my clients, right? And then I got to the point where I had to hire like just other people to do all the jobs, but I kept working as hard. And here's the thing, the last thing you outsource is the sales, because the sales is the most important part of the business. Because if you don't make sales, you don't got a business. You kind of got a hobby, right? So you want to take that seriously and then make that the very last thing that you outsource or you hire for, right? And basically you just keep growing. And once you have all these pieces, right, you have a team at this point, then, you just keep investing in your team, and you keep investing in ads to keep the money rolling in, right? And that's really the game plan. That's actually the game plan. If you want to know how to start an online fitness business, I got a free ebook for you called The 10 Commandments of Online Training. It's free. It'll walk you through that whole business. That's where I have the most domain expertise. That's how I made my first $1 million. And I've helped a number of people become millionaires from online training. I'm gonna be honest with you. I only got like 20 students who've become a millionaire, but I got literally thousands of students who got to 100K per year or more. A lot of them within their very first year. If you want to learn more about that, the link is in the description and it's free. The 10 Commandments of Online Training. All right. Let's answer these super chats and we're going to bring Greg in. What up?
We have Leo with 2 messages.
Mm-hmm.
Been traveling, living life, and running up my net worth. After visiting multiple countries, I'm grateful and excited to come back to the greatest country in the world, USA. Thank you and Greg.
You're welcome, homeboy.
He says, if anyone here in the USA complaining or don't like it here, I'll contribute to a fund to buy you a plane ticket out of here, but you can't return ever.
Hey, man, you heard that, Nima? Yeah, I fucks with America, man. You know what I'm saying? I fucks with America. Shit ain't perfect, man, but ain't nowhere else I'd rather be. You know what I'm saying? I know that much. USA. We invented the internet. We invented AI. We invented reggaeton. A lot of people don't know that. Reggaeton was invented in America, in Puerto Rico. You know what I'm saying? It's American art form. You would think people would be more excited that was getting on display. You would think the conservatives would be excited about an American art form being performed at the Super Bowl, man. You know, you think they'd be excited about it. They don't like that shit. They don't like that shit. Let's go to the market update. Yeah. You know what it is. This is the market update. I am Big Brandon Carter, King Keto, and I'm here with the homie Young Candlestick, man, certified market technician. My man got his Series 65. You know what I'm saying? Let's go, man. What's up, homie?
Let's get right into it. We have algo-driven markets. We've got short squeezes and small caps. We got gold dumping. There's a lot to talk about tonight, and we're going to cover it. So first of all, the S&P 500, literally last Friday was set to potentially have a really big down day, but it started to reverse. Some people call it the taco trade. Trump always chickens out. That's what they call it in the trading space. But the market was down a lot on Friday, and I had a lot of short positions. I actually took some small profits on once it started to reverse. And then this week, we've started to break a little bit more bullishly. Basically, the market's just kind of in this holding pattern. It's going nowhere. It's trading within that range that we had last Friday where there were a ton of liquidations. And so today, dead flat. You know, there's a lot of chop this morning, not a lot of range. I'd be bullish above today's highs, bearish beneath today's lows. Okay. We'll talk about the market a little bit more, but I want to get into some other stuff. Small caps, Russell 2000, a little bit of relative weakness. I am neutral to bearish on small caps, all else being equal. So looking for a lower prices in IWM over the next few weeks. Okay. VIX, volatility and fear index. This spiked really high on Friday. Like there's a chance for a big ass drop last Friday. There was not though. And that's why you have to adjust your positions and position size accordingly. Now the VIX volatility is coming down, but it's at support. So you don't always technically trade the VIX, but it can bounce off support. So we could see some wider ranges coming up in the next few days. Next up is gold. Gold is down 6.43%.
Whoa.
Fat ass drop. This is what happens when things go straight up. They go parabolic.
Yeah.
Like, it was due for this at some point. And this is what's called a bearish kicking pattern. So yesterday, gap up, close near the highs. Today, gap down, close near the lows. I'd be bearish on gold for the next few weeks, but it is setting up a dip buy. Okay. So let it sell. People are asking me first down day. Is this a good time to buy gold? Not the first down day. Let them bring out some greedy buyers that were over leveraged, near the highs. Let them really ring it out. And
if it comes down like aggressively, I'm gonna load the boats on that shit.
Yeah, and you can space it in. Maybe you buy like a third down at like gold GLD 360. Maybe you buy another third at 350. Maybe you buy the last third at like 330. Now
you like GLD.
Yep, GLD. I also like SLV silver. But let it sell. Let it really come in. Silver down 8.24%. AG, this is a stock that I'm looking to wheel. Okay, it's at that price point where you can wheel a lot
What's
of
AG?
shares. Oh my gosh, my cat's walking all over my screens.
What's AG, man?
This is just a silver miner. Miner. Yep. So if this gets oversold, you can sell some cash secured puts. If you get assigned, no problem. You can sell covered calls to get out of your position. Okay. So that's a trade idea setting up. Let it sell. Let it sell. Okay. Bitcoin. Bitcoin's looking bearish as hell. I don't know. I think it does this kind of like choppy downtrend for a bit. So Bitcoin holding underneath 110K. I said last time on the Victory Talk podcast that 104K was a dip buy. That did actually bounce. That bounced. Oh, what did it bounce? Bounced about 8%, 9% from that level. I wouldn't short Bitcoin, but I'm being super dip buys, and that's just me. Long term, I think it's okay. I'm not like a super Bitcoin bull, but I'm not a bear on Bitcoin really either.
Yeah, I'm just dollar cost averaging into the ETF.
Yeah,
that's what I've been doing. And it's working out well for me.
It's super simple. Keep it simple with that.
It's just too volatile to fuck with.
To time it. This is the spot.
Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Do I believe it's going to go higher over the next 10 years? Yeah. So I just dollar cost average into it.
One sector that I mentioned that's in rotation is XLV healthcare. I don't think it's a buy right now, but if it could pull back a bit or consolidate, I think that healthcare can lead the market into the end of the year, given that there's no big monstrous crashes. So just to recap on the SPY, if it breaks this fat ass bearish candle, the lows of it, you could see a lot bigger of a downside move, and all stocks and sectors would likely drop in that case. So set some price alerts on SPY 652. Okay. If that alert triggers, just know that shit's going down. It's going to separate the boys from the men.
Yeah.
Okay? One stock that I alerted to buy this morning was Beyond Meat.
Oh yeah, tell us about Beyond Meat. What's popping, man? What these vegans talking about, man?
Yeah. So a little bit of a backstory. Beyond Meat went on a crazy tear. Trump was talking about it years ago, back in 2019 and 2020. And I actually made over 5 figures trading Beyond Meat.
I made a lot of money trading that shit during the pandemic.
Yeah. It just moves so well. It breaks out. It goes. When it dumps hard. There's no bullshit chop. It moves when it moves.
Yeah.
And you actually, Brandon, first gave me the trade idea 2 days ago. You messaged me on Instagram showing Beyond Meat short squeeze. And I was actually looking at the short float. And so you can pull up Yahoo Finance. You can be a nerd, pull up statistics.
Yeah.
And on this, you can actually see the short percent of float. This means how many people are betting against the total amount of shares that are in supply. Yeah. And this is really high. It's 54%. That means there's more people betting against the stock than there are people actually owning it. What does that mean? It means that if it starts breaking resistance and it starts like going up and those short sellers are underwater, they have to buy to close. They have to buy to cover, and it fuels this squeeze higher. So it's not going to be as high as GME, but Beyond Meat had some positive news catalysts that they're expanding distributions.
Bro, just to be clear, y'all, I don't think we told you guys this. I don't think Greg kind of buried the lead. Beyond Meat is up today 150%.
Yeah.
It seemed like Greg buried the lead a little bit on that, man. 150% in one day. Like, you never see that. Now, it was like fucking cheap as shit. I thought this shit was going to zero. It was under $1. It was a fucking penny stock.
Oh, it's a dead company. It's going bankrupt. That's for sure.
Yeah, I was pretty confident this shit would go to zero before it went to $5. You know, but I stand corrected. I didn't get to $5.
You know, Reddit, when they smell blood, they go after it hard. And wouldn't you guys like to be in this stock right before the market opens?
Yeah.
8:21 a.m. Beyond long shares. I'm buying Beyond shares.
Ooh, and Victory Shade, he said it, man. He said it.
First thing in the morning, I said, try to get 2.5 to 2.20. Risky. I'm looking to get up to about 300 shares. So that's my position size. So this is the buy down here. And actually dropped a little bit. It was down 10%.
You still in this bitch, huh? Can you
make
a bigger pause?
And so you have to, handle a little bit of volatility in some names like this. The options are great.
Too heavy, but you made $600 on that shit today.
Oh, yeah. It's about 600. I did sell some covered calls, but I also am long some calls. So about $600. Just using $600, $700 in buying power. So Victory Trades members making 100% on their money.
Motherfuckers in Victory Trades doubled the money.
Not even on an option trade. I have not had a stock win this big since GME. I normally don't trade penny stocks like this, but when you've got the news catalyst, you've got the volume. So volume is helping confirm that, hey, there's interest. That's telling us, hey, people are paying attention. Then we get the price breakout.
So you went long on meat.
Long on meat. Fake meat. We're long on fake meat.
Pause.
So this is just a learning lesson. If you ever see a stock with a high short float, volume coming in, a news catalyst, volume catalyst, price catalyst, you have a high probability that it's going to squeeze. Do I think it's going to squeeze up to 5? No.
You think they're going to squeeze the meat?
I didn't think it was going to squeeze the meat that hard. Oh my gosh. Either way, this is a shit stock though. This is not an investment, by the way.
No.
Shit stock. I would not buy it up here. There's a day trade if it dips down to like 2.90 or maybe down to like 3. You could day trade it long, but other than that, I wouldn't invest in this.
Nah, man, this shit.
This shit's worth nothing.
I mean, what was it like just a few days ago? This stock was fucking 40 cents.
Yeah, literally. I mean,
it's such a bad company, man.
Oh yeah. Well,
it doesn't get much worse, bro. Like this shit was like a few years ago. This shit was over $100.
This was before the stock split. Stock was like I feel like it was in the 300s or 400s. Then it did.
At one point it was fucking in 2019. This shit was $300. It went down to 4 cents. This shit is going out of business, bro.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, I remember trading the IPO, and you just know it's going to be a volatile stock. I'm buying shares at $100 a share. I'm selling them at 160. Like literally, like a few days later, the IPO opened up at $44 per share, and it went up to $239 in 3 months.
That's crazy.
Went from $239 though down to $48. From $48 up to $220. There's money to be made in these ranges. You just don't overstay your welcome. Don't invest in these companies. You trade them.
Man, motherfuckers ain't making that fake meat. Listen, here's what I want. Look, just explain to them what a short squeeze is, because I think it'd be good for some people to understand that, man, what a short squeeze is.
Yeah, I'd be happy to explain.
Wait, before you get into that, guys, if you have any questions about any stocks, ETFs, cryptocurrencies, maybe you want to learn about some bonds or something. You need to
diversify your bonds.
What you need to do is just leave a super chat and Greg will answer it. But let's go.
Definitely. So what a short squeeze is basically when you short a stock, when somebody shorts a stock, when people bet against a stock, they want it to go down. Okay. Conversely, when you're buying a stock, you want it to go up, right? You make money when you buy a stock, you make money when it goes up, you lose money when it goes down. A short seller makes money when a stock drops, but they lose money when it goes higher. Well, stocks, they don't really have a ceiling on them. So they can go up infinitely, not to infinity, but they can go up a lot. When you buy a stock, the most you can lose is the amount that you put in. The worst it can get is zero. It just goes to zero. Kind of like Beyond Meat was about to do. Buyers almost lost all their money. But when you're a short seller, you can lose infinite amounts of money. So you have to exit at some point. You have to, you're what's called a guaranteed buyer. You have to buy to exit that position, exit that trade. And so when price moves against you violently, it's like a reverse crash. Beyond Meat is reverse crashing to the upside. Conversely, think about like when you buy a stock or buy the market and then it starts crashing, a ton of people have to sell to get out. When you're a short seller and you're betting,
and that makes the price go up even more.
Yeah.
Because
exactly.
when they're selling, the sellers have to buy to get out.
Yep.
Sellers have to buy to get out.
There's a lot of market mechanics at play, but short sellers, they have to buy at these higher prices because they're like, fuck, it's going up again.
Yeah.
I'm losing money. I could get super nerdy too with gamma squeezes and option.
No, don't go that hard. Break it down like simply.
Yeah. But basically that's what's happening. Too many people betting against the stock goes up. It's a reverse crash to the upside. And it tends to actually happen on these shitty companies because fundamentally it should go down. It should be going to zero, but that's what actually fuels it. And, the market climbs the wall of worry and it falls on, the hope that it'll come back. It's the short sellers are hoping that it'll drop. And over time, it likely will, but not today. The Reddit people are spamming the buy button. They're going all in.
Yeah, so this is kind of like organized, like GM, like what was GameStop's ticker symbol? GME.
Yeah,
this is what happened with GME a while ago.
Yep. Yeah, that's what fueled a lot of the GameStop squeeze. GameStop was like basically on its way to bankruptcy. This is pre-split. 64 cents a share, runs up to 120. People are buying, but a lot of hedge funds and other funds like Citadel were betting against it. And they have a big short position. So they want it to go to zero. If it's not going to zero and it just keeps going up, they're like, shit, we got to take like a 500% loss on this. Yeah. And they have to buy at those higher prices. And that's what causes these momentums squeezes. When you see it, what's called exhaustion or a top, that's when everybody has bought. There's like so little demand and all the short sellers have gotten absolutely wrecked. That's actually when the price drops, when the last short seller got squeezed out, when they got absolute. Yeah. So that's how it goes.
I made so much money off that GameStop shit.
Oh, nice. For me, it's just a normal trade, but it was, I had a good size on it and made like $3,000 on GameStop. I didn't go heavy in it, but
I did all right, man.
Yeah. And there will be stocks that are going to do things like GameStop and Beyond Meat throughout the course of our trading careers. You just got to be ready for them, And today we're ready for them. Victory Trades members were. Well, that's cool.
Yeah. You can find out what stocks have like big short positions. If you want to, like, you find that shit out early. How would somebody find that out, Greg?
I would, if you want to keep it simple, you could just talk into ChatGPT. Give me a list of the most shorted stocks that are most likely to squeeze, and I'll give you a list. Before I had to like sift through like Yahoo Finance,
I remember back
scanners.
in the days. I remember we were going through scanners looking at that shit.
Yeah, you can do like a FinViz scanner. I have like a video or two on that in the Victory Trades courses.
Yeah, but fuck it, just ask ChatGPT. Gemini sometimes won't give you the answer, man. Financial advice. Gemini be being a fucking bitch sometimes, man.
It is what it is. Another thing you could do is you could just join Victory Trades and I'll do all the work for you. I'll do all the work for you. Outsource it to me.
That's what happened, man.
A big reason why these quantum names have been going up has been short squeezes. It's not just buyers. It's buyers plus people betting against the stock and it just doesn't drop.
They have to buy to cover their position.
Yep, that squeezes it further. But eventually it can only go on for so long. It's the same reason why gold has been on a tear. People betting against gold, they just keep getting fucked as it keeps going higher.
Who the fuck was betting against gold? What kind of fucking moron?
Oh, they're saying gold is worthless. It's just a rock. It's like something like, to each their own. You know, I bet against the stock market and lost money. You know, I've been a short seller in the market, and
I've shorted. I've made money shorting the S&P 500.
Yeah,
like during the Biden administration, I had an ill short. Like it was like, remember that shit?
You crushed that one though. That was really good.
That was one of my best trades ever.
And
what I did was, instead of just shorting it, I bought an inverse ETF.
Yep.
Called we were doing SDS, and that was like double leverage, right?
Yep, double leverage 2 times.
So basically, if SPY went down 1%, SDS would go up 2%. So it's inverse, right? And when not only did I do that, I sold covered calls. I sold cash secured puts to get into the position. So I made money buying, getting into my position, and then I kept selling cover calls against my position until I was finally assigned, and I got paid to fucking. I made money off of it while I had owned it, and then as it kept going up, I made money to get out of it too. It was just a beautiful trade, man.
It was a beautiful trade, but not just that. It was a year where the market declined a lot, and you outperformed pretty much every single hedge fund out there. Like all the best traders. Everybody says, "Oh, 2022 was a bad year."
That sounds cooler. Yeah, listen, that sounds cooler. I was only working with a few million, right? Like where like these guys, they got to deal with fucking billions and billions, right? So it's more difficult to make a profit on that, you know. But definitely. You're right. It's just to put it in perspective. I don't want to act like I'm a fucking like I don't want to sit here acting like I'm Michael Burr or some shit, you know, because I was only dealing with a few million.
Yeah, no, and hedge funds and institutions, they have like a long mandate where they kind of have to be long the market. Yeah, but still, it was a good trade.
It was a fucking fantastic trade.
Definitely, and
you helped me out. I remember I was texting you every day because I was so worried about it. You know,
you nailed the bottom though. You nailed the bottom. Like
pause.
Nailed the bottom.
It was lit.
Drilled the bottom.
Yeah. So if motherfuckers are trying to do that on gold, man, I feel like they're gonna be. I don't know, man. I think gold is gonna keep going up.
Yeah, again, short term I'm bearish gold, but long term I'm bullish gold. So let gold sell for a few days or weeks, and then it's a dip buy. That's just my analysis. Anything can happen.
I'd be down to buy. I'd be down to really like put a good amount of money in it at around. If I'm looking at, I don't know. I have to look at GDX. What do you want me? GLD? I'll say GLD. At 318.
Yeah. Oh, that's the best. If
it goes down there, man, I'm gonna put like as much money as possible on that shit.
That's the former breakout area where we were telling everybody, hey, I'm trying to like not go all in on this trade, but I'm gonna size up on this. And on the chart, that's right here. That's right here.
I'm gonna go fucking nuts if it goes down there.
Yeah, because it's the former breakout area. It's a support level. It might wiggle around there, but it should resume its uptrend. It's very likely to resume its uptrend.
Is there a leveraged gold ETF?
There is. I actually don't remember it off the top of my head. There used to be what's called JNUG and JDST. That's what I created back in 2016. Okay, yeah, JNUG 2 times ETF.
JNUG,
JDST goes up when gold goes down.
Oh, that's the inverse.
So this is the inverse. Yep, JNUG.
I might go fucking double leverage gold if it goes down there, man.
JNUG is down.
Leverage goals options on margin. I'm gonna borrow money to go options on double leverage gold on margin. I'm gonna be super leveraged if it gets down there. That's just me. That's not financial advice. It's not financial advice.
I like it. You just got to have the good entry point if you're going to do that size. That's all.
Listen, I'm going to put in all the money I can find, borrow, and steal. If gold goes down there, it's not a financial advice.
That leverage.
I'm going to liquidate my son's college fund.
Your son's college fund.
Fast for a month to put everything I own. I'm gonna be selling shit. borrowing shit, potentially stealing shit to put money on gold. If it gets to that list, it's not financial advice. It's financial advice, not financial advice.
Man, how much money do you think you'd save if you fasted for a month? Like, how much do you spend a month on food?
I can tell you the exact number, but I don't feel like it.
Okay.
Like,
it's about $1,900 bucks.
Yeah. You ain't eating like I'm eating. Like,
no.
I was at Komodo the other night. You know what I'm saying?
Really nice.
All right. What else you got? What else you got?
Komodo, that was good.
Yeah. Okay. Let me ask you about a few individual stocks. I think Microsoft's looking real good right now.
Let's check it out. I'm gonna zoom in real quick. Microsoft. I really like Microsoft long term.
Yeah.
Microsoft is looking good right now.
Right? It's a high base, right?
It's not exactly a high base, but it's not bearish. It's just kind of like
I look on the weekly chart, so it should be looking a little different. But I get what you're saying. Even on the weekly chart, it's not necessarily high.
Yeah, weekly's a bull pennant. It's not so much a stock that you trade. It's kind of like a stock you just dollar cost average or buy if it gets oversold.
Yeah, it's kind of in that spot. Yeah.
Short term, I don't have a strong opinion on it because we got slight lower highs, but we got good higher lows. We have earnings on October 29th. So
you ready to put together a fucking? So some of you motherfuckers sports gamble, right? You be on Kashi. On Kishi or Kashi betting on what the weather is going to be tomorrow or some shit, but I like to fuck with the options. You know what I'm saying?
And not every time AI is going to get it right. Actually, I'm going to take probably an expense trade on this Netflix earnings gamble. I sold a bullish put credit spread. AI was neutral to bullish on Netflix earnings. And Netflix missed on their earnings report. So I'll still profit if Netflix can bounce, like 3% by the end of the week. I'm probably just going to cut the trade tomorrow. But we've had some good wins. Like Brandon, you made a shit ton of money off Palantir calls.
That Palantir trade went hard, man.
AMD was an earnings hit. Like most of the time I'm going to hit these earnings trades, but anything can happen. You just take it as a small gamble. But Microsoft, I like it longer term. What I like right now.
I'm gonna show them what I did. Keep going. I'm gonna pull up what I did because I have an example of what I did on that Palantir. Anyway, go ahead. Keep going.
Yeah, that was a good trade. But what I like, a stock I like right now is Meta. I bought Meta yesterday near the 728 level. I think that Meta can push up into the 740s, 750s short term. But long term, I'm really bullish Meta. So I think Meta can clear these highs. I think it's over a $1,000 stock in the next 3 to 5 years, if not sooner.
You think they're going to figure out this AI shit? Because nobody uses Meta AI. Nobody I know. Nobody uses Meta AI.
I use them on the Ray-Bans occasionally, but no.
Do you though?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like how often?
I think I use it.
Right? Like I'll be wearing the Meta Ray-Bans. And I'll still open ChatGPT.
Yeah. It's only good for like simple stuff, but like anything more complex, you got to use ChatGPT.
And they tried to come out. Yeah, it's just like, ChatGPT, like, it's really ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, if you swing that way, and Gronk if you nasty. Right. Yeah. But like, I don't feel like they've made enough headway, even though they spend a lot of money. I feel like they're getting left behind on this shit.
They might be. Either way, Meta's user base, independent of even AI, is so large. We'll see. Yeah. Time will tell.
Yeah. I mean, they keep fucking fumbling this shit. Remember, they changed it to Meta because they were thinking they were going to do the metaverse. Like, remember this nigga thought we was going to fucking be. He thought we was going to be all using VR. I don't know anybody who uses VR every day. Do you?
It fries your eyeballs. I can't look at it for more than 10 minutes.
I've not met a human who uses VR every fucking week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he bet all his money thinking we was going to live in that reality. Like we was going to come up from work and do metaverse shit.
Yeah. There's a lot of
right, man.
there, for sure.
I don't know. They're gonna have to get it right. They're gonna have to work that out. Oh, here's what I did for the Palantir trade. Neiman, can you show my screen? Greg, I don't think you have to do nothing.
You got it.
Neiman's got it.
Neiman's the master.
So like I went in Chat GPT. This was like before the update. Remember it was all confusing with the best models, and I was like, yo man, Palantir reports earnings today, give me a breakdown of the expected move, and it talked about the expected move. Then I went boom, yo, based on your analysis, come up with some profitable option strategies for me to place today. Boom. And it came out with a few. I like the long straddle pause. You know what I'm saying? I like the long straddle, no Diddy.
Yeah.
Right. So and it told me I was like, all right, cool. I placed that shit. Boom. It was a quick, it was like I be placing small bets. I don't be betting the farm like that on these earnings, especially on earnings. Earnings is legit gambling, right? And yeah, so to be clear, earnings is gambling. But I made $1,000 that day off that. You know what I'm saying? That's just an example of the trade.
Yeah, and that was over 100% on your risk, which is nice.
Yeah. I just fucking around with $1,000. Nothing crazy. I wasn't trying to get rich off that shit.
No, definitely. There's earning setups everywhere, which is cool. It's just another trade, but you size down, like, because there's not like a huge edge.
Yeah, I put
your edge is
these earning trades. I do like small, like $1,000 bets. It's more for fun than anything.
Yeah, same. Like I'll risk like $100 on earnings.
Oh yeah, so it's just for fun.
Just for fun. Going back to the quantum names, I want to talk about this because the quantum ETF is doing very, very well. But you can see like individual quantum stocks starting to fall. So for Victory Trades members, I actually got short RGTI. I didn't short the shares. I did what's called a put debit spread. And I shorted right over here and took profits today on this waterfall sell-off. A big reason why these quantum stocks have been running is because of those short squeezes. You can also see that in uranium names. I shorted OKLO. That stock's down 12.33%. That was posted in the Trade Ideas channel and in the weekly YouTube video that's free for the Victory Discord members, Victory Unit Discord.
Oh, yeah. If you want to trade with us, man, you can join Victory Trades. We trade futures every morning on Victory Trades, and you get Greg's trade alert straight to your phone pretty much daily.
Oh, yeah. On average, there's at least a trade a day, but some days there's 2 trades, 3 trades. You'll see probably about 45 trade alerts per month. And you can take a look at some of the wins over here. Like, look, Beyond Meat making 100%. Cool. And that's just off 100 shares. It's not even a lot of money. $234 is all you needed to make $235. Butterflies. Look at this 2,000% gain. Alan put in $25 into an SPX put, turned into $530.
Come on, man.
So 2,000% gains. We futures trade each and every day. We got some futures wins over here. Got the RGTI. Target, I talked about took profits on Target today. There's just wins everywhere. And so I encourage you guys to check it out. Not every trade's going to win.
The link is in the description if you want to join.
Yeah, come check it out. I encourage you to hang out with us.
But
yeah, Target, if Target could dip back into 90, I'd take another dip buy on that, but I took profits on Target today. Stock is up 3%, which doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're trading options, it adds up quickly. So Target was a nice, good win. RGTI. I did have to cut the Doku put because the market decided to rally on Friday. That's an expense trade. When I added to this bear flag short, market was set to break down, didn't want to. Okay, quickly cut the trade, move on to the next one. Roku, I still like short, longer term, big upper wick today. Roku shorts, I'd like to buy puts if it could break underneath 94. The problem is earnings are on October 30th. So I may have to either hold the puts through earnings or go with a long expiration date on Roku. Oil, if oil can bounce, that offers up a short opportunity, but let it bounce a bit more. Apple made all-time highs today. Apple's bullish.
Apple hit all-time highs today, huh?
Yeah, Apple at all-time highs. It finally kind of recovered ever since this like lower consolidation range. I don't know if I'd buy it up here, but maybe there's a short-term dip buy near 252. Apple reports earnings on October 30th. A stock that I'm looking to go long on is J&J. If it can break and hold above like 194. Okay. J&J, good earnings report, held up during the market sell-off. A little bit of a bearish day today, though. Those are the most thing. That's mostly what I wanted to cover. Amazon went down the other day and shut down Robinhood. So a lot of some drama. They like the stock though. They bought that shit up.
Yeah, Amazon fucked up a lot of shit for a lot of people yesterday, man. Because you know, Amazon is like the largest cloud service provider.
Yep.
It's Amazon, Microsoft, and Google. I think in that order.
Okay.
You know, but Amazon is the largest, so it affected when that went down. It affected a lot of people, a lot of companies that run off that shit. You know,
they used it as an opportunity to pump it up, though. That's for sure. I like the stock long term. I was hoping I could get a dip, but I just really couldn't. Earnings are on October 30th, so a lot of heavy hitters coming up for earnings.
Yeah. All right, man. All right, guys, if you want to join Victory Trades and trade with Greg and I, we trade live every morning. We trade futures every morning. Y'all see I post those wins on my Instagram. I didn't take a trade today.
That was a good move. It was choppy.
It was fucking insane. I was on there with everyone, but I ain't see nothing I wanted to take.
That was a good move.
Yeah.
That was a really good move.
You got chopped up, didn't you?
I did lose money futures trading today, but that's okay.
Yeah. It'd be like that.
I've had a good
it
run.
happens, man. It happens. It happens, man. I just said, you know what? I don't like it. I don't like it. You know, hey man, sometimes you got to know when not to trade, Greg.
I agree. I completely agree. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. I agree.
All right, y'all.
All right,
Greg. Peace. Yo, what up? All right, cool. All right, man. Oh, no fucking chats. All right, that's cool. Here's what we want to get into. What we're gonna talk about now. Hold on, let me get my shit together. All right, man. Some of you motherfuckers is really fat. Yeah, man. You look fucking crazy. I see you guys messaging me on Instagram and shit. You know what I'm saying? You look insane. And you're younger than me. So we're gonna fix that for you. You're gonna lose fat. Let me show you how. You fat. How I know you fat? Because you clicked on a video about how to lose fat. I'm not clicking on videos about how to lose fat. I'm making them for your fat ass. All right. And this is probably going to be one of the best ones you ever watched. But you're not going to do the things I tell you to do in this video because you soft. You're not hardcore enough. So if you a bitch, a punk, or a pussy, then go ahead and leave this video now. Get out of here. All right. Now that all the fucking losers are gone, if you're still watching, I'm assuming you believe you're tough enough to handle this shit. So we're going to get into it. So a few months ago, I put out a video on how to get ripped in 2 weeks. And I said in the video, this is going to be the most difficult fat loss protocol you've ever been on. Right. And I was right. And then this guy, he's from Europe. He actually did it and he documented the whole 2 week shit. I'm going to break down the whole protocol. But first I want to see, I don't even know this guy because he's from London. You could tell he's from London because in this video, the sky is gray.
I lost 7 kilos in 14 days.
7 kilos in 14 days. Nima, you from other parts of the world. How many pounds is that? That's like 15 pounds.
It's around that.
Yeah, let's find out for sure, man.
2.2.
How many pounds is 7 kilograms?
16.4 pounds. Is there anything else you'd like me to convert?
No, shut up. Bitch, I only asked you one question. It's a problem, man. That's why women get paid less. Anyway, I'm just playing. Yeah, it's 15 pounds in 14 days. Now, as you can see, this shit sucked. And this guy, I don't even know this. I don't know this dude. This video should have got way more views. I encourage y'all to watch it. Let's run these numbers up for this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a good video, right?
And brutal diet and zero fats.
No carbs, no fats, right? And I'm gonna break down the diet. He felt like shit, but I'm gonna go towards the end that this motherfucker's crying and shit. But he is a fantastic video, right? So let's go to the end.
I hit the lightest weight I've ever been in my adult life, 83 kilos. It's a shame I couldn't do this diet while weight training because maybe the results would.
I think he had some sort of injury, so he couldn't lift weights as much. But like, yo, that's not bad, right? I don't even know this motherfucker. Right? You can tell he's in London because the sky is gray. All right, that's how you know. The motherfuckers ain't seen the sun in centuries. All right,
would have been slightly different, but overall, I do feel
that's the same lighting. That's the same lighting. That's the same. And he ain't have no incentive to do this shit, you know?
like I got a lot leaner, but maybe I lost a lot of muscle too. But after the 2-week diet was over.
Now here's the thing. It's the part I didn't tell you guys about the diet plan. And back, I used to sell the diet plan. I'm gonna give it to you for free. I used to sell this program like years ago. And I didn't mention this in the marketing because I didn't think people would believe it. And I didn't say it in the video because I felt like you guys would think that was too crazy. But I'm gonna let this British white man tell you the part that I was afraid to say because I didn't think y'all would believe it.
Over, this is where things got a little crazy and challenged everything I thought about fat loss. Most transformation videos stop at the end of the diet, but I didn't stop filming because I knew that the next 2 weeks would be even more important if I didn't want to regain all the fat back. So I planned a 2-week recovery diet. The first day, I added 60 grams of porridge back into my diet.
Porridge. I told you he was British. I think they call it porridge there, and that's why he sound like a grown-up from Peppa Pig.
I started adding fats and carbs slowly back into my diet. I tried to keep them as clean and unprocessed as possible. My weight started to go up, but my body fat carried on going down.
You hear that? His weight started to go up, but his body fat kept going down. This is some shit I didn't want to say it because I felt like people wouldn't believe it, and I felt like Greg Doucette would make another video about me if I said it. Even though I experienced this too. I'm not saying you will. I'm saying I experienced it. The people who I'll put this protocol, the other people I put this protocol through experienced it too, and this British white man said it. Right?
Day, I felt like I was still getting leaner. My weight has gone up, but despite my weight going up, I've got leaner. Yeah.
Come on, man. He's got lean. That's it's something about this Terminator 2-week protocol. I don't know why. Like I don't know the mechanism. We'd have to ask maybe Jeff Nippert or one of them nerds why they do it. I fucks with Jeff. I ain't mean that in a derogatory way. You know what I'm saying? But we'd have to ask someone else why this happens. I can't explain it.
I can tell my waist has gone down. My body fat percentage has gone down. I look better despite my weight going up, which is really interesting. My sleep returned and my mood improved. And after about 10 days, my hunger started to normalize again. I ended up gaining 3 kilos back, but I felt like my muscles were filling out. And
Yo, look at this motherfucker. This is like, he like a lot of times when people do crash diets, they say that, oh, they gain all the weight back fast. He didn't gain any fat back. You get what I'm saying? Like he gained the muscle mass. He gained his muscle mass back because he didn't really lose muscle mass. He was just flat, right? He regained glycogen, right? But he stayed lean. Like look at his six pack. Look at his fucking face. You know, or you can't really tell. He should have been shaved in both of them, or whatever.
I was looking leaner than ever. Surprisingly, my recovery diet worked really well, and I was able to
Yo, hold on. Did y'all see that, man?
Felt like my muscles were filling out and I was looking leaner than ever. Surprisingly, my recovery diet worked really well.
Watch that flex. Come on, man. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
I was able to transition back into a normal diet while maintaining all of the leanness. Boyana lost 4 kilos in the 2 weeks. When she went back to normal food, she gained 2 kilos back, but she maintained a high protein diet. And
yeah, his wife did it too. For all you guys who say y'all not tough enough, just know this man's young wife did it right after she had a baby, right? So if you can't do it, just know that this British woman is tougher than you. Just keep that in mind when you start bitching.
I had the momentum she needed to start training again. This diet taught me something I didn't expect. I used to think crash diets were pointless, but now I see them as tools. If used correctly, with a proper recovery phase, they can be very powerful.
Yes, they can. They can. So I just want to first show you what this white man did. Shout out to him, man. I encourage y'all to watch that video. It's called Brandon Carter's 2-week fat loss diet, a scam. Damn, man, the clickbait didn't even work because he didn't even get a lot of. But yeah, I encourage y'all to watch this video. Get this dude to follow. I don't know him. What's this motherfucker's name? Stemming. That sounds super British, right? Yeah, it sounds super British. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Despite that, you should still watch the video. You know what I'm saying? Because I think he did a really good job. All right, so let's break down this protocol for your ass. Now that you've seen some proof, it's not just me. All right, so here's how the program works. Again, if any of you start thinking, man, that's too tough, I can't do it, it's too difficult, just remember this guy's wife did it right after she had a baby, right? So just ask yourself, is a British postpartum woman tougher than you? All right. Just ask yourself, you know, and maybe the answer is yeah. In which case, hey man, you're probably on the road to being one of the 1,500 Americans that die every day of obesity related diseases, according to the World Health Organization. You're probably well on that path, man. So cool. All right. So this is going to be a 14-day protocol. It is not sustainable. It's not sustainable and it's not meant to be. I hate when these fitness influencers tell you to do something sustainable, because to lose fat, you have to be in a caloric deficit, which is by definition a mild form of starvation, right? Why would you want to sustain starvation? I think you should get ripped as fast as possible and then do something sustainable to maintain your ideal body weight, right? Fucking motherfuckers want you to stay. Motherfuckers say you need sustainable fat loss. These motherfuckers want you to stay in a caloric deficit indefinitely or for fucking months, right? Get ripped as fast as possible, right? That's why we put together crash diets, all right? And this is for everybody, even if you a big fat whale motherfucker, right? This will work, all right? In fact, the base of this diet was invented for obese people. It's called the protein sparing modified fast. It was invented by doctors when they had to operate on somebody who's real fucking fat. It's like, damn, the scalpel's not big enough to cut through all this fucking blubber. This motherfucker need to lose some weight before we can fucking give this guy the heart surgery he so desperately needs, right? And they put together this protein sparing modified fast diet, right? Which allowed them to retain more muscle but lose fat rapidly. This was invented by doctors. However, I modified it more for a bodybuilding context, right? This work if you're big and fat. This work if you're already like low body fat and you want to get like super lean, right? So first thing you're going to do, the diet part. Let's talk about the diet. So I want you to calculate your lean body mass. How are you going to do that? All right. So you're going to go to ChatGPT. All right. You're going to upload. Let me do it real quick. I'm going to go to ChatGPT. It'll also work on Gemini. Maybe it'll work in Claude. It's not Pride Month, so we're not using Claude right now. Hold on, where are my photos at? Give me 1 second. This is why I'm doing this live. Where's the folder? Where's the download folder? The what?
Just like in the same taskbar at the bottom.
Here?
Yeah. Just click on the icon on the left, all the way to the left. Your left. All the way. Yeah.
Here?
Yep.
Okay. Oh. Where'd I go?
I mean, this is your downloads folder.
Oh yeah, there we go. Let me find a picture of me with my shirt off. It shouldn't be difficult to find. Should have. This is why you can't show my download folder, man. He was looking at my download folder. He can see. He's like, damn, that's a lot of firearms. We fucking get demonetized with this shit. There's one. All right, cool. Get yourself a picture of yourself with your shirt off. Yeah, you can show it now. Get yourself a picture of yourself with your shirt off. Post it in ChatGPT. Then you do this prompt. Will it work? Can they hear me? I don't think it can hear me because I'm using. Yeah. All right, cool. No problem. Let me stop this. Okay. Fuck. All right, so we're just gonna type it. I am 200 pounds and 6'2". Based on my photo, oh, here's spelling word. Oh, I spelled it right. Based on my photo, estimate my body weight, my body fat percentage. All right. Boom. Let's see what it says. Boom. 6'2", the abdominal division, vascularity. Yes, 6 to 8. Sounds about fucking right. You know, Chat GPT knows what's up. All right. Cool. So you're gonna take your body fat percentage. Okay. Now, then you ask. All right. You could do the math in your head, but we right here. So say, how much lean mass am I holding? Blah, blah, blah. Just gonna tell me this shit. All right. 186 pounds of lean mass. All right, cool. So that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna find out your lean mass. And that's how you're going to do it. The 2 prompts, right? Boom. And now what you're going to do is you're going to get at least 1.5 grams of protein per pound of lean body mass. Right, 1.5. So multiply that by 1.5. If you're like 1.5 is good if you are fatter. Like if you're above 15% body fat, do 1.5. If you are below 15% body fat, do 2 grams of protein per pound of body weight. Right, it's going to be difficult to get that much protein. Right. But that's your protein goal. And here's the thing. We want to keep your fats and carbs as close to 0 as possible. What you're going to notice is that's going to be difficult. And your food is going to be gross, like super gross. The way you're going to get all that protein, you're probably going to have to incorporate some sort of protein shakes. Get some, protein isolate, something like IsoPure or something that has like almost no carbs and no fats, right? You're going to have to incorporate that. You're going to have to eat things like egg whites. You're going to have to eat chicken breasts. I know, gross, right? Not chicken. You can't get the good parts of the chicken because they got too much fat. Or you're going to get like lean meats. Seafood is going to be great because it's almost all protein. You can eat a lot of like fish, like white fish. And you're going to try to keep your protein and your carbs almost 0. Now, you can eat vegetables. You can eat green leafy vegetables almost as much as you want. Green leafy vegetables. But the thing is, you can't really put salad dressing on them, can you? No, because we want to keep our fats really low. right? So it's going to be gross and nasty. And it's difficult, right? And you're going to use no calorie seasonings like hot sauce, salt, pepper, garlic, whatever, right? But it's going to be super fucking difficult. I go into more detail in my other video, right? But you want to basically just be getting protein. So your calories are going to be so fucking low, right? But the reason we're keeping the protein so high is because we want to encourage our bodies to retain as much muscle as possible, all right? And then when you do this, you'll put this shit on the screen. You know what I'm saying? All right. Now, that's just the diet part, right? The second part of this is you are going to walk. The second part is the exercise, right? So you're going to do 2 or 3 full body workouts per week, right? 2 or 3. We're not trying to put on muscle now. We just want to encourage our body to retain as much muscle as possible. Don't go to failure, right? 2 or 3 full body workouts. You're going to pick one or two exercises per body part. Do 3 sets max, right? Don't go to failure, right? We're not trying to build muscle right here. We're not trying to build muscle. We're trying to just encourage our bodies to retain as much muscle as possible during this deep caloric deficit. All right. Then that's just the weightlifting. Here's where it gets difficult. The walking. You're going to walk. You're going to walk a lot. All right. You're going to walk a shitload. All right. So week 1, you're going to walk 20,000 steps each day. 20,000 steps. Yes, that will take you hours. That's just what it is, man. All right. 20,000 steps each day. Your iPhone automatically tracks it in the health app. I'm assuming Samsung does some shit like it too. You know, if you got an Apple Watch or a Fitbit or a Ring, it'll all do that shit for you. If you got a Samsung watch, it might do it. You know, problem with Samsung watches is if you wear a Samsung watch, you're basically taking a vow of celibacy, right? I really don't think any man has ever had sex, vaginal sex, intercourse with a woman, not a female woman, not a human female woman. I don't think that's ever happened in history. Go ask your mothers, your sisters, yeah, you ever fucked a motherfucker with a Samsung watch? She might physically attack you. Like, it'd be better to call her a bitch or a whore than to say she's out here fucking niggas with Samsung watches, right? But if that's your thing, roll with it. All right. Anyway, you want to use it to track how many steps you're doing a day. Your iPhone will just do it automatically. Keep your phone in your pocket. Right, 20,000 steps a day. Right, so you're gonna have to fucking plan that. You're gonna have to walk hours either on a treadmill, outside. You know, this dude was walking outside in London, right? Which means it was raining. He was doing it in the rain. Him and his wife were doing it in the rain. It had to. You're gonna tell me it didn't rain over those 2 weeks in London? Of course it did. Right? You can walk outside. You walk on treadmill. I don't care how you do it. 20,000 steps a day. That's just week 1. Week 2, you step it up to 40,000 steps per day. 40,000 steps per day. Right now, Greg Doucette made a video about me talking shit about this protocol. He said nobody has time for that. However, people do it. Like, it's not just me. I'm not making it up. You know, 20,000. Nobody has time. He said nobody has time for 20,000 steps per day. I mean, I'm just saying, if you go on YouTube and you type in 20,000 steps. Oh, steps a day. You'll see me recommending it. You know what I'm saying? But like, you'll see like a lot of people are doing it. 20,000 steps a day. You know what I'm saying? This white man did it. You know, this tiny white lady did it. Right. So just ask yourself before you start complaining. Are you, oh, my fault. Are these like tiny white women tougher than you? You know what I'm saying? Like, is this middle age? Is this MILF fucking tougher than you, man? This chick is doing 30K steps a day. This young white woman, right? Are they tougher than you? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know you. I don't know your proclivities. You know what I'm saying? Greg Doucette, thinks you're not tough enough to do it. He made a video about it, YouTube video about it, you know. And I like Greg. I ain't got no issue with Greg. He thinks he's, you know, was he right about you being a bitch? Does he think that this tiny white woman is tougher than you or not? I don't know. I guess the onus is on you. Anyway, week 2, you're gonna do 40,000 steps a day. This is gonna take you hours, bro. It's gonna take you hours. Hey, maybe if you didn't want to do this work, maybe you shouldn't have clicked on a video that said lose weight fast, right? You know, because you can lose weight easy or it can be fast. You can't have both, right? You picked fast when you clicked on this video. So shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? This British white man and his wife did it. They did a fantastic job. Are they tougher than you? Chick was walking around with a baby in the video, with a baby strapped to her chest, and you over here complaining because Greg Doucette said you couldn't do it. That's what he didn't say it in those words, but he kind of said it. You know what I'm saying? He kind of said it. Matter of fact, I need to pull up the clip. And that's not me talking shit about Greg. This is me showing Greg talking shit about you. Hold on. I'm going to pull up one of the clips. He said it on Fresh and Fit, right? Am I spelling this shit right?
Yeah, that is good.
Okay. I'm gonna find it because it was funny. And I like Greg. We follow each other on Instagram. We've talked. He doesn't dislike me as much as he led y'all to believe. All right. Hold on, let me find it. Is it up? Oh, here's the episode. He's on Fresh Fit. All right, let me just find that one part. We are back. What's up, guys? Let me find that part, man. Where he said you can't. He said you can't do it. You see it? There's a part. Oh man, I really want to show this. You know what? This is what we use Gemini. Hold up. Cool thing about Gemini, you can search YouTube videos. So I just typed the video and said, yo, man, find a part in this video where they talk about Big Brandon Carter, the king of ketosis. Hold up. It's going through the transcript. All right, here we go. I think I found it.
I made some crazy videos. He was saying you need to do 40,000 steps a day in one video. I made a video on him talking about that. I'm like, dude, 40,000 steps. Do you know how long that takes? 2,300 steps is a mile for me. I'm like, you're going to walk like for 4 to 6 hours a day to get those steps in. It works for sure, but who got time to walk 40,000 steps?
Me and this white man that I showed you in the beginning of the video. That's who got time for it. Yeah. And it's going to be difficult, right? Yo, man. Greg Doucette said, you can't do it. He said it works. He did say it works for sure. He said, that's what he said. He said, it works for sure. Let me run that back.
Hours a day to get those steps in. It works for sure, but...
It works for sure, but...
Who got time to walk 40,000 steps?
He said, you can't do it, man. Yo, he just called you a bitch, bro. That's fucked up, man. You gonna let him talk to you about that? Like that? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Greg. He did say it works for sure, right? And the guy I showed you in the beginning, he did it. Oh, I can't find it. I lost it. Right? The guy in the beginning did it. The guy I showed you, right? Him and his wife, who just had a baby, did it. You know? Right? So that's the protocol. And then now here's the thing. You're going to need some supplements when you're doing this, right? You're gonna like need some supplements for when you're doing this. So let me break down what the supplement schedule is like. All right, so these are a few supplements that are mandatory, right? So one is sodium. You want to take a good amount of sodium per day. You want to really up your sodium. I'm talking like 5,000 milligrams at least per day of sodium. You can get that from, you can get LMNTs. You can put salt in your water, put hot sauce on your food, right? You definitely need more sodium because your carbs are going to be so low. And what's going to happen is you're going to lose a lot of water weight when you cut carbs. And one of the reasons people feel like shit when they cut carbs is because their sodium levels are too low. And because when your body flushes out this water weight, it flushes out all your electrolytes. So you got to get more sodium. You also got to get more potassium, about a gram a day, about a gram, 1 to 3 grams per day, honestly, potassium and magnesium, like at least 500 milligrams, 300 to 500 milligrams per day of magnesium. These are mandatory. You will feel like trash. You won't be able to complete this without it. Like I don't care how much discipline you have. If you don't supplement electrolytes, this will not work. Your body will shut down on this diet. All right. So that's mandatory. You also want to take some fish oil, right? I would take between 1 and 2 grams of fish oil per day. Right now, there's some supplements that are not mandatory, but highly suggested. One, caffeine. Caffeine you're not eating a lot of food and you got to walk a lot. Right. And you're going to need some extra energy. Caffeine to give you that. You want to take 200 to 300 milligrams of caffeine 2 to 3 times a day. Right? Don't worry, you won't overdose on it. The lethal dose of caffeine is 10,000 milligrams. It's less than 10% of the lethal dose. Every time I say it's less than 10% of the lethal dose, somebody says, some dipshit says, man, but taking 10% of the lethal dose can't be good for you. No, bitch, nigga. If you drink a gallon of water a day, which is fucking totally normal, that's way more than 10% of the lethal dose of water, right? That's not how toxicology works, right? There's a certain percentage is good for you, and then there's a certain percentage is bad. We're not at the threshold, right? At a gram, less than a gram, right? You'll be fine, right? Especially if you're on the lower end of that. If you're taking 200 milligrams twice a day, that's like the equivalent of 1 strong pre-workout per day. You get what I'm saying? Like the average pre-workout has about 300 milligrams of caffeine. It's like you're taking 2 Celsius. Not a big deal. It's like 1 strong pre-workout per day. All right. The next thing you want to take, highly suggested, is something called ephedra. When I was young, ephedra, when I first started working out, I would take these fat burner supplements, and all of them had ephedra in it, and it really worked. Right? They banned it from being in bodybuilding supplements, but it's one of the few things that really work. And one of the reasons it worked was because fat loss is a 2-part process. There's lipolysis and oxidation. Lipolysis is when your fat cells are broken down into fatty acids. Oxidation is when your body uses those fatty acids for energy, right? Ephedra is one of the few supplements that's actually proven to increase the rate of lipolysis, right? It actually has been proven to do that. There's tons of peer-reviewed studies that show it's one of the few supplements that actually works at burning fat. It works because they banned it. That's how you know it works. And it's also a potent appetite suppressant. It's also a potent appetite suppressant, right? And it gives you a ton of energy, right? Which you'll need because you walking fucking hours a day and you ain't ate nothing but fucking raw chicken, but unseasoned chicken breast and egg whites. So you're gonna need it, I also recommend, you're gonna take the ephedra with the caffeine 2 to 3 times a day. The way you get ephedra, because it's banned, the way you get it, you got to go to the pharmacy, ask for some shit called Broncaid. You don't need a prescription. You just got to show them your ID so they know you're not a goddamn drug lord. You know what I'm saying? So they know you're not Walter White about to break bad. I don't know if they make meth out of it. I don't know. They do something with it where it's like they got to monitor who's buying it and how much they buying. Anyway, that's how you know it works. If you got to show your ID for the shit, you know it works. All right. Now, I've been taking this shit since I was 16 because it was used to be in all the bodybuilding supplements, but they made it so you can't put it in bodybuilding supplements. But you can still get it through Broncaid. It's like the number one ingredient in Broncaid. Broncaid is asthma medication that you just got to get behind the counter. All right. Another thing I suggest you take is ketone supplement. Some sort of ketone supplement. You can get any one you want, like some ketone salts. I recommend one called Ketone Aid. It tastes gross. It tastes like really gross, man. It's probably one of the worst tasting things I've ever tasted, but it really works. It'll give you some energy. It'll suppress your hunger as well. And you're going to need all the hunger suppressants you can get when you're on this diet, right? But it will also give you some energy because you're not getting any glucose, right? If you eat carbs all the time, your body converts those carbohydrates into glucose. And glucose is the fuel your body runs on. However, in the absence of glucose, your body will start producing something called ketones, right? And that's what where the ketogenic diet came from, right? Because your body's running off ketones, and it's an alternative fuel source for your body. But the thing is, it takes about 2 to 3 weeks for your body to adapt from glucose to ketones and start making enough ketones. That's when you're in ketosis. Because you don't have 2-3 weeks to fucking adapt. You're going to jump right into it. If you take a ketone supplement, right, now your body can get those ketones now, right, without having to wait for your liver to start producing them. All right. And that's the diet, man. You do that for 2 weeks. You'll lose 10 to 15 pounds. I've seen some people lose more, but they were like really fat. If you're really fat, you might lose more weight. This guy was already pretty lean. Like he didn't look like shit, right? And he lost 15 pounds, right? Now, a lot of it was water weight and glycogen, right? But I didn't want to say this in the original video, but when this motherfucker went back on his regular diet, he gained the water weight back, but he said he kept getting leaner. That same shit happened to me. That same shit happened to the other people I ran this protocol through. I didn't want to, I've never said it in the video or publicly because I just felt like people wouldn't believe it. But because he said it, I'm like, all right, cool, I'll show you this shit. But that's something that happens. The first time I did this protocol, not the first time, the last time I did this protocol, it was before the summer. It was like summer 2018, 2019. And it was right before summer. And that whole summer I bulked, but I stayed lean. It's almost like I can't explain why. It kind of goes against everything I understand about fucking fitness, but I think I don't know why. If anybody in there, any of you science motherfuckers know why this happens, and I'm not saying it'll happen to you, right? I don't know that, right? There hasn't been enough studies. It's just everybody I know who's done it has had this experience, including myself. I don't know that it'll happen to you, right? But if any of y'all science motherfuckers know why it happened, I would love you guys to give me some information on why it happened. I asked Dr. Dom D'Agostino, and he told me something. He wasn't surprised. He told me something, but it didn't really satisfy my curiosity because I think he was just guessing off the top of his head. If any of y'all know why, let me know. But anyway, try this diet, man. This guy did it. He was tough enough to do it. His wife was tough enough to do it. Are you? I guess we'll find out. All right, y'all. Check it out. If you want to watch the original video, we'll put the link in the description, and we'll put the link to this to the British guy's video. It's really good. I encourage you to watch it, especially if you're thinking about following this protocol. All right. Looks like I had a speed run through these super chats. Where were these earlier when I was stalling?
We have Rebirth LB. I'm 5'9" at 352. I stay in Schmugberg.
Schaumburg. He's from Chicago. Right by Chicago.
Illinois, and some go to the Chi to see my parents. What stores would you recommend going for my meals? Thanks, G.
Yo, I don't know if he's talking about this diet or just in general, just places to eat in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? If you go to Chicago, man, go to Hyde Park. There's a diner called Valois on 53rd Street. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that's my shit.
He's talking about his diet.
Oh, remember I took you to Valois on 53rd Street? I took her to Giordano's.
Oh,
I
at
ain't,
the
I ain't
place
think,
after church
yeah, I think so.
with
Where
your
do we go?
sisters.
We might, yeah, I think that's where we went.
It was around the corner from the sneaker store. In the
Yeah,
hood.
that's where we went, right? That shit was the shit, right?
It was good, but he's talking about his diet.
Yeah, if you was just talking about places to eat in Chicago, I said, yo, go to Valois on 53rd Street. Boom. You got to hit up Harold's, man. I ain't take you to Harold's because the Harold's by the Harold's in the old hood is like it's bulletproof glass. You got to order through for good reason. And I ain't want you to experience that, baby. But yeah, Harold's, you definitely want to hit up Giordano's. Yo, she really loved Giordano's.
Oh my god, the barbecue.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking
pizza.
about? You know what I'm saying? Yo,
Pizza,
man, if
the
you got
deep
some
dish.
fucking bread, yo, what's the restaurant we took my sister to? What's the fuck name of that shit?
Gibson's Italia?
Yo, you got to go to Gibson's Italia. You know what I'm saying? yeah. You got it. Then you got to hit up Portillo's if you like motherfucking if you want a Chicago glizzy, you got to hit up Portillo's. Then you got to hit motherfucking if you got some more brick, yo, Steak 48, get the fried lobster. That shit is fucking crazy, my nigga. All right, but he's talking about his diet. Yo, man, go to Jewel Osco, homie. That's where you go. If you're going to visit, you can't eat regular shit on this diet. You can't eat at places regular humans eat when you're doing this shit. you're gonna have to fucking bring some shakes with you. You might have to go to Jewel Osco and get you some motherfucking Jewel Osco's a grocery store in Chicago. Yeah, and get you some motherfucking lunch meat, some motherfucking turkey breast, and be eating that all day. You can't eat regular shit on this diet. Yeah, man. That's what I was doing. I was eating motherfucking turkey breast. Pause. I think. Anyway, what else we got?
So pretty much the supermarket is where you want him to go.
Yeah, you got to go to supermarket, Playboy. If you go to Hyde Park on 53rd Street, there's a supermarket called Mr. G's.
You sure it's still there?
I don't know. There's also a Whole Foods. They put a Whole Foods in my old neighborhood, man. That's how you know the white people that moved in, man. They done got gentrified, man. That's cool though. I fucks with whites.
We have Jack Sparrow for $20, and then we have him again with 20.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I'm an RN. I got some extra money, and I'm seriously looking to transition to online work, training.
Yo, I'm a real nigga too. That's what's up, man. Shout out to all my real niggas.
Do you think it's possible? More importantly, can you help me as a mentor to make it happen?
What's he want to do?
I'm so worried about the RN. He said he got some extra money. I'm seriously looking to transition to online work, training and trading. He's asking if you can mentor him in training and trading.
All right, man. So he's a real nigga. He wants to start training and trading. All right, cool, man. Well, listen, just so happy. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to download the free ebook, The 10 Commandments of Online Training. All right. It's 100% free to show you exactly how to start your online fitness business, right? And then in there, there'll be it's like if you want to get mentored by me, there'll be opportunities for you to find out more about that within that. And that's in the description. If you're watching this on Instagram, just type 10 in the comments and I'll DM it to you. And also for trading too, you know, if you want to trade, man, join Victory Trades, homie. Join Victory Trades. Like, because in Victory Trades, we can basically you'll be with us every morning. We trade together every morning. So I talk to all the Victinators every morning. We in there chatting and trading every morning. You might not be doing it because you're doing real nigga shit in the morning, you know. But you can get Greg's trade alerts and you got his classes in there, man. So it's gonna be dope. Yeah, man. Yo, Jack Sparrow, man. I'd love to work with you, man. Seeing as how you were a real nigga.
So we're just gonna keep saying RN that's what it means?
Wait, what does it mean?
Registered nurse?
Oh. Oh, he's a registered nurse. That's cool too, man. That's cool too, man. I fucks with it. I thought you
never
was
heard of
saying I'm a
RN?
real. I thought you was saying, yo, I'm a real nigga, and I got some extra money. I was like, well, I'm a real nigga too, man. What's up? My fault. That's even better. He's saving lives. That's even better. That's what's up, man.
Did you really not know what an RN? No girl in the past has ever told you, "Hey, I'm an RN."
Nah, girl, why
Okay.
would? Nah, man.
Okay. Well, depending if he got the late shifts or the early shifts, let's see if he could trade.
I thought he said I'm a real nigga. And I was like, word. same.
We have level up G. I drive Uber and I just started online coaching. I'm thinking about getting a PT certificate and work at a gym. Do you think that's a good idea?
I mean, it's not bad. It won't hurt you. You know what I'm saying? It won't hurt you. If you want to do online, then do it. It give the best thing about working in a gym, if you're an online trainer, is you can film in the gym and you'll have access to gym shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You have access to like gym shit for you to make some content. And I know what a PT is, you know, and make some content, and then you get some, you know, you don't have to though to be an online trainer. Like if you want to get certified, that's cool too. It definitely, I'm not going to tell you not to get more education. You'll never hear me speak against more education. It's not necessary. Like no, you don't. Just because you get a certificate, man. Like I'm certified with NASM, you know, a trainer and nutritionist, right? But like it's not necessary, right? You know, because really you just honestly, as online trainers, we're really just accountability coaches more than anything. Right? Because you can give the average person off the street fucking anything. And as long as they do it, they'll get in shape, right? It's really, we got to make sure they do it every day, right? We're really accountability coaches. And that's really what they need, because they can go on fucking Gemini or ChatGPT and fucking find out what to do, right? But they're not going to do it. That's why they still fat, you know? And so if you want to do it just because you want to do it, then that's cool, you know? But like, if the goal is to become a successful online trainer, I don't think it's necessary. You know? You feel me? If I was like, the best bet is probably to like just keep driving Uber. That's why you can make your own schedule and then work on your online training business, you know? Because we got guys who are fucking, there's one guy, man, he's got online clients and he's a fucking trucker, and he be trucking like 80 hours a week and he's still able to get clients, you know, to supplement his income. All right, what else we got?
We all done? All
right, yo, listen, homie, download that ebook, The 10 Commandments of Online Training. It'll put you in the right path, give you some more insight on the business. All right, y'all, man, let's get it, man. We do this every Tuesday and Thursday. All right, at 7 p.m. I'll let y'all.